Good afternoon. Um, Citizen AY here. Thanks for joining us. The show is about to start. This afternoon, I'll be having an update from governorship aspirant Eric Musiliu Shanu this afternoon. So I'm looking forward to that. That should be an interesting time. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the camera right. And we are going to be having discussion as to exactly where things are and what the things as is doing regarding his campaign and the areas he needs to that is any updates that he might have. So that's our focus today. As good afternoon, Bright. How are you? So hello. So today we should be. I'm hoping to hear from him to join us soon. As you all know, the rules of the house. When you come in, please just share this message, just share the message and let your friends know about it, and let's make it a great day. So 1 second, I'm just gonna do this whilst I'm doing that one. Cancel, paste. So I'm just gonna do that. Just be a few minutes. Bit of house cleaning here and there, trying to make sure I post it on the various pages. It's just just the thing we do. So please share as you're coming in. Yesterday's show, just a quick brief update on yesterday's events. Once again, I apologize for the network issues we had yesterday, and also the fact that as a result of all of that and scheduling issues, our next president Sowore, come 2019. Wasn't able to join us, so we will schedule that appointment, that discussion with him for another time. But it's as you can appreciate, he's a very, very busy man. Yes, absolutely. We must join hands together. So you can appreciate he's a very busy man, and his time is very, very much in demand. So I just wanted to say that so that people could at least. So people can, what's the word? So people, at least to keep people updated. And I do apologize for that. And network issues you can't legislate for. And secondly, President Sowore is running for the presidency of Nigeria come 2019. He will be the president. So there are things that will happen. Good afternoon, I'm the Muftau. Just please share as you're coming in, please. Please share as you're coming in, let's make this an interactive experience. I'm just waiting for the governorship aspirant to show up. And sorry, yeah, go on. So, yeah, I'm still here. Apologies, I'm still here. Just had a call that just came out to take it. I have a little bit of announcement to make on as well personally, and I should be. I will try and see if I can get that information out so you can be aware of it. Let's just have a look. I don't know if it show up. I will be checking it. Right. Okay. Now, yes. So before I do everything else, before we do that, and before he joins us, I always do this, and everybody in the house will know that by now. Sing the national anthem. Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's call obey, to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and mind, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity. So anyway, that's done. Apologies for that interruption. There was a phone call next to me. Take it back. Yes, Tower. Absolutely, we're taking it back. Good afternoon, Tower. Thanks for joining us. So that's what I do. So let's just see. Yeah, I'm just gonna just stop that now. I'm just gonna do this later on. Forgive me. So yes. So we are gonna take it back. So apologies for that interruption. There was a phone call that came in, so that slightly threw me off, but that's fine. So now let's the proceedings proper begin. I'm gonna just forgive me. I'm just adjusting things as we're going along, so that you can you can see me all right. Right. Let me see if I can add Eric. He's here. Fantastic. I'm gonna add him. Issues as we had before, and we can solve that. I'm hoping. Hopefully, he will be added in quick time. Yesterday, as you know, I had to come off and come back on several times during the broadcast, and that interrupted the flow of the programming. But nonetheless, we persevered. We tried to get as many people on board. I spoke to Eric. I spoke to my brother, my very good brother, Eze Iheanacho. And he was telling me about him missing his how he saw and understood Sowore after having met him personally, and also he was talking about Alistair Soyode as well, and he wanted to see more Nigerians joining the fray to actually contest the elections. People who are, shall we say, who have clean hands. I'm having problems with the connection again, and it is not nice. Let me try again. I'm hoping it will work. I'm trying to add you, Eric. We're having problems. Oh, fantastic.
Good morning.
Good afternoon from.
Well, the volume is kind of low.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but the volume is kind of low.
I've turned it up. I've turned it right up. I don't know if that makes any difference.
Now I think it's just a Facebook issue.
Yes, it must be, because I've got it as high as it can go here.
Yeah, my volume is all the way up. But it's okay. If I do need to hear you, I'll just dial one of these numbers.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Thanks for joining us, Eric. And listen, thanks for joining us.
No problem.
Despite problems. Listen, I would like you to give us an update. How is Lagos State? I know you're not in Lagos at the minute. I know you're currently out of the country. But how is your campaign going in Lagos? I'm going to add him again. I beg your pardon. Let's add him again. Hopefully he'll join us. As you know how these things are, network issues. It seems to be, I don't know what it is. I'm trying not to think in a particular way. We are all about positivity here. And we want to make sure, please share this message as you're coming in. Please share this broadcast as you're coming in. We are all about positivity here. We're not going to think about what anybody is trying to do to stop or to prevent anything that's going on. As far as we're concerned, we are going to carry on doing what we need to do, and which is to open the eyes of Nigerians. So if anybody is trying to stop us, well, that's their problem. We will keep doing what we are doing. So we are about the positivity. We are about taking our country back. And,
okay.
We will many people. ANLP, from which Eric Musiliu Shanu is a, so yeah, back. Good. So yeah, please. We were saying before, can you give us an update about your campaign? Hello, Deba. How about your campaign how your campaign is going in Nigeria? And I know you're currently in the States. Net.
Okay.
Yes. Did you hear?
Okay, you say an update about my campaign?
Did you, your campaign? How?
Well, I can say, you know, we are still scratching the surface of the campaign. We do have some grassroots activity. My posters about to come out for the awareness. But the biggest part of the difficulty has been fundraising.
Yeah.
As you know, politics is money, and it takes money to do anything in politics. Whether you're going to go into a local government to campaign, or whether you're going to drive from one local government to the other local government, whatever it is that you're going to do in politics is money. And people should bear in mind that we're going against people that have stolen billions of nairas, if not billions of dollars.
Indeed. That is something we should
I was privileged to information, of course, because I have privilege to meet. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes, go on. I can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay. I have the privilege to meet with some high-ranking politicians and some people that work campaigns in the previous previous years, and they were saying that no matter how much that the people donate to me or Sowore or anybody else, that it cannot equate the money that have been stolen for these people to re-elect themselves.
Ain't that
unless the people wake up today, all the youth wake up today and say, you know what, regardless of how much money is being given to us, or how many bag of rice or a bag, loaf of bread that's being given to us, we're gonna take it and vote for a youthful candidate. By voting for a youthful candidate, you're voting for yourself. Imagine somebody of your age. Imagine somebody that's your age mate in power, and something goes wrong. You can easily go yank him by the collar and say, "Oh boy, we need this done. We need that done." But all these people that are stealing your money, they don't care nothing about you. They will put a bullet in you in a heartbeat.
Yes, they will.
Or they'll throw you in jail in a heartbeat because they don't care nothing of you. But when you vote for somebody your age mate or somebody close to your age mate, you can easily go knock on the door in the office and say, you know what, I need to see so and so. That's voting yourself into power.
It is indeed. I mean, you touch on a really key central point there. The fact of these guys have stolen so much money that they can afford to run anybody, including Sowore, including all of yourself.
Exactly.
Completely out of the whole game. But here's the thing, Nigerians. What I'd like Nigerians to remember in all of this, they cannot do what we don't allow them to do.
Exactly.
It's our PVC. If we take our PVC in our millions and we vote for people like yourself, Eric Musiliu Shanu, for the governorship of Lagos State, and we reject the 2,000 naira that they're going to toss in front of you for you to take and vote for them, knowing fully well that if you take that 2,000 naira from them, the infrastructure that you need for your road, for your light, for your school, for your water, for your hospitals, for your, for all of this, for your security, knowing fully well that that's what's in jeopardy. If we take the money, we can even say take the money from them, but vote for people like Shanu, and you vote consciously aware that you are taking back your country, then that is the way we are going to defeat these people. So I'm not worried. I don't think we should be worried about how much money they have. The minute we tell them that money, as collectively as Nigerians, we tell them that money means nothing, our vote is where the power is, and we are going to cast our vote for people like yourself who are going to build the infrastructures that the whole country needs, the whole country needs. That is the power. So Nigeria now, please do not be afraid of this. When you hear money, money is nothing. If you stand together and you vote, you get your PVC queue. I know in the South what they're doing with their PVC right now. They're making the Southerners queue for hours on end to get the PVC. In the North, you can get it like that. But we queue.
Yes.
And I'm urging
Nigerian right now, so I'll just say this. Every Nigerian right now, if you see your fellow Nigerians queuing for hours on end, if you have water, if you can give food, give them. Because they are doing a service for our nation by queuing to get that PVC. Because come the day of the election, we will need as many PVCs to vote out these looters. So I will say
exactly.
That. I'll let you carry on. So you carry on. You can tell us more.
Exactly. I have the opportunity while I was in Nigeria to take some people down to INEC office in Alimosho, and we were told that we could not register because the people that were there, over 200 people, mind you, in broad daylight, you know, the temperature must have been at least about 95 degrees or something. Yeah. And we were told that we could not register because the people that they've been there since 4 a.m.
Yeah. Wow.
So, and we were getting there for like 9:30 or 10 o'clock, you know, thereafter. And every time they call a number, it's like 20 people run to the window. So, wow. You know, that was when I put it on social media to say that we need to get through to INEC. I don't care what it takes, and let them do a better job in trying to register us in the Southwest.
Indeed. I agree with you. So those are things that Nigerians, we should be cognizant of.
Good morning.
To understand that these are the kind of things that they will try to do to frustrate us, to make us not want to be involved, to make us lose interest. So we need to fight. Now, I wonder if you could tell us about your website. Have you built a website? Is it up and can we share it on this page? You know, give us some details about that.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Good morning, sir. I wonder if you can give us and there. I can see you're very busy. I wonder if you can give us an
No, it's okay. The network is actually going back, but I can't hear what your question was.
Okay, right. I'll just say that again. I wonder if you can give us an update on your website, and if it's ready for you to share with us here. You know, because you are planning to get your website up and running.
Exactly. The website is still needed a few.
Go on. Whoa. Forgive me, ladies and gentlemen. The line keeps coming and going, but we'll be here. He will
okay.
Us. Yeah, go on.
That's network. Yeah, okay, so the network still need a few tweaking. I'm sorry. The website still need a few tweaking. Of course, it needs. I have some information that I need to load up up onto the website so that people will know exactly what they're getting. In my aspiration. Like what I bring to the table, so that they know exactly. That if I vote for this guy seems to know what he's doing and what he's talking about.
Okay, fantastic. And also, do you also have a GoFundMe? If you could share that with us, a GoFundMe account set up as well, have you?
Yes, I do. I definitely do have a GoFundMe account. I'll share in 1 second.
That's it. Please do. So, guys, I want Nigerians. This is the time we need to support. We need to support our aspirants, especially the people who are sticking their neck out. They're coming back from diaspora. They want to see a better Nigeria. People like Eric Musili Ushanu, people like Aremo Adesonya from Ogun State, people like Babatunde Alegbeleye. They've all got GoFundMe accounts. I urge Nigerians, we need to step up, help them. $5, £5, whatever you want, start putting it in and tell your friends, share it on your pages. Do not be silent. This coming election is a defining moment for our nation, and we must stand up. We must stand up, and
we can't do it by ourselves.
Yes,
we need all hands on deck.
Absolutely.
So even if you don't have the money, we can appreciate your time or spreading information to other people. The least thing you can do is to pick up if you're in the diaspora, call your people back home and say, you know what, I have somebody that's competing, that's going to be an aspirant. He's young, he's vibrant. Whether it's me, whether it's Showore, whether it's anybody else, on the local level or national level, We need to get these people out, and we are in a state of emergency. I don't know how anybody else feels, but the way that I feel is we are in a state of uncertainty in our country. We're in a state of despair.
Yeah.
Hunger is gripping the land. You can see the video that was shared on social media the other day, in Lagos, and how people are actually stepping over each other for a bag of whatever it is they were distributing. Only God knows how many people got injured.
I saw the video.
Yes, so it's really ridiculous. They've turned our people into beggars.
It is. Yeah, it is sad.
It breaks my heart when I see such things. It really does.
So, but I mean, someone was asking. His name is Eric Musiliu Shanu. So, in case you're wondering, I will put his name on here. I'm
trying to get GoFundMe here.
That helps. So, good afternoon, Davidson. Thanks for joining, and please share as you're coming in. So, yes, the issue of seeing Nigerians, scavenge for food in their own country, in the land of plenty, is an indictment on the entire political system of that nation.
Exactly.
It's an indictment on the entire. And we as people, good afternoon, Samuel. We as people, we need to vote, mind our own conscience. Start supporting people like Eric Musiliu Shanu. Start supporting, people who are committed to seeing a better Nigeria. I'm sorry we've lost the link with him again, but I will keep trying to connect him. There's been a network issue, as you can imagine, and that's been holding things up. If you notice, the last few days when I've tried to connect with people, it's just sort of not been working. So I will keep trying, and I will talk about this. I'm hoping that he will join us. He will be sharing his GoFundMe page with us. Because I know he's got it somewhere, and I just want to make sure that we have it and we can share. Good afternoon, Samuel. Good afternoon to you. So please, Nigerians, like as I said, he's got his website. He needs to do a few tweaks to it. He's also got a GoFundMe page, which he will share. He will share it on this page. So just bear with me, and he will join us. Whilst we're having these issues going on with the connection and all that stuff, please, I want to say to Nigerians again, please get your PVC. Get your PVC. Operation PVC. Get your PVC. It is of vital importance that you get your PVC. Do not listen to any empty promises from anybody. Your PVC is your power. Your PVC is your power. It's the power in your own palm, in your palm of your own hands. You get to determine who comes into government and who doesn't. And do not be swayed by 2,000 naira. Do not be swayed by 2,000 naira. Because that 2,000 naira that they've given you, they've taken away probably as much as 1 billion naira from all of you collectively. Because what they do is they give you pittance, and they loot the money that should belong to the nation and give it to their girlfriends and to their friends and to their serfs and all of these people, whilst you are suffering. So please, Nigerians, I say again, Operation PVC. I will see it. I'm typing up as I speak now. Operation PVC. Hashtag Operation PVC. Share it. Get your PVC. Hashtag Operation PVC. Go and get it. Now, like I said before, in the South, they are making it a difficult and cumbersome process. So when people go and queue for the PVC, yes, he is. Yes, Eric is an aspirant for Lagos State Governor. He is. I'm going to add him now. He's going to join us now. Operation PVC. Get your PVC. So you should be joining us in a minute or so. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yes, I will do.
Sorry about that. That's the network acting up.
Yes. Okay, we'll do. Yeah. Yeah. You back now? Good. Good.
Yes.
Can you, Eric? It's a problem with it. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Good. Now, sir, please, can you tell us some more about a little bit more about your about how your campaign is going on the ground in Nigeria. Are you getting more support? Are you getting people working on the ground as we speak? What's happening exactly? Can you give us a little bit more details?
As of now, I only have people on ground. Once I'm in Nigeria, then I'm gonna be in it, full force. I don't know that we're gonna need in order for us.
Yeah.
Excuse me. In order for us to defeat big money or money,
yeah.
We volunteers. We're gonna have to go door to door, local government to local government, to share our vision and our purpose for
the network.
We're gonna meet.
The network is playing up.
Can you try again?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes. Okay.
So I'm saying, in order for us to we're gonna have to. We're gonna need a lot of.
Definitely.
We will go to these neighborhoods and actually meet people.
Eric, the network is really bad. I can barely make out what you're saying. Sorry about that.
You want to look back and log back in?
Yeah, please, if you could do that, because it's every time you say something, it's just sort of So if you log back, and which hopefully will clear. Try that, please.
Okay, I'll do that.
Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, you see what he's trying to say is very important. That's why it's better he logs out. I'm going to try and continue without him, and then he will hopefully bring himself back on. So, like I was saying before, hashtag Operation PVC. Very important. That is one of the key information that you would need to have to hand in your possession to be able to decide the future of our nation. Without your PVC, you can't do anything. So please, and again, I said it before, for everybody, if you see people who are queuing up to get their PVC in the South, and you've been seeing that they've been, like Eric said, people have been queuing since 5 o'clock in the morning and waiting to get PVC, and they're frustrating them. It is time that we as a community start observing this. Anybody standing in that queue, if they've been standing for half an hour, please, let's organize water, food for them, because they're doing a service for our nation. It is time to support each other. The system is designed to keep us apart, to split us, to let us not trust each other. But we need to build that trust up. And we do that by every INEC post where they are giving out the PVCs, or people are applying for PVCs. Let's all make it our job as a community. Let's begin to form. Okay, right. The PVC is happening in this area, in Ikeja, say for example, and you can see there's a long queue. Form a group of people. Even if it's pie, even some small pie, refreshment that they can have with water whilst they're waiting. Is there a way we can organize, like they have a toilet so that somebody can, they can use a toilet. These are all the things we should be doing. We need to really think, because I'm telling you now, 2019, February 16, 2019 is going to be a defining moment for our nation. It's going to be a defining moment for our nation. And what we do or don't do from here is going to determine the future for us. You don't just stand by while people are waiting for the PVC in Nigeria. When you know that in the South, they are deliberately frustrating the people who are queuing, and they try to make them to lose interest. Give them the support. Give them water. Give them refreshment. Be behind them. Make sure that you are all supporting each other. Start working together to defeat this system. Because make no bones about it. The government are trying to frustrate the people, to make the people not trust each other. And we need to build the trust in ourselves. So I'm asking Nigerians about this PVC. go in. I say, get your PVC, Operation PVC, hashtag Operation PVC. So please, we need to support each other through this process. In the South, when you know there's long queues, organize, make ideas, suggestions among in your area. Give. If there's 10 of you, give 2 of what you have. You know, these are the kind of things that we are talking about. I'm sorry, the network is coming and going. So please, I'm desperately urging Nigerians, we need to, please, as you're coming in and share this page, we need to be very, very alert and aware that we have the power, and they keep trying to use religion and all this stuff to make us, to cower Nigerians to think they don't have the power. But you do. When you hold that PVC in your hand, the fate of each and every one of these looters is in the palm of your hands. The fate of each and every of these looters who are taking our money now and stealing it and buying houses abroad in Saudi Arabia, in UK, in America, in all these places. Their fate is in your hands. So that PVC, it is so important. And the PVC is a reset button. If we use it properly, it can be a reset button that we will use to defeat, to kick out these looters. And not only kick them out, we will also ensure that the laws, the judiciary is reconstituted in such a manner that every single one of them that takes a penny from Nigeria, they are jailed. And not only jailed, everything that they stole, we confiscate it. We give it back to the nation. And this is what we need. That's what accountability is about. So this PVC is of extreme importance. It is of monumental importance. So when I type in Operation PVC, hashtag Operation PVC, I'm going to put it here again. Hashtag Operation PVC. It is of vital importance. Welcome, Eric. I'm hoping you can hear me now. Can you hear me, Eric? Can you hear me? Eric, can you hear me? I don't think you can hear me. Eric, can you hear me? Now, it's not working well. But anyway, we'll carry on and he will join us. Eric, can you hear me? Yeah, it's coming and go. Can you hear me? I can hear you. Okay, good. So, right, I was just talking about the PVC and the significance of the PVC in all of this process. So, but anyway, is there anything, can you add, can you talk us, you were about to tell us about your campaign in Nigeria, what's happening, and what you are doing on the ground in Nigeria as we speak, even though you're not there. Have you got a team on the ground? Okay. And yes. Those kind of
I don't have as of now, I don't have a team. I follow in order for us to that go into local government, we go to actually meet people and introduce ourselves to people, what we intend to do for them. This will give us, to give them a chance to put a face to the promise that we're making. We're not making any promise. Unlike those that have looted, and everything from our people, that make.
Yeah, it's a network problem, so forgive me, guys. I'm just gonna. There's a network problem going on. That's why you can see that it comes on and it goes off. He's off again. I'm gonna try and add him again. So So I'm hoping you can join us. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I think that's a network issue.
It is. I know. So carry on. You were saying you are talking about what you.
So in order for us to defeat big money, we will need to go into local government and go door to door, like foot soldiers, so to say. We need to go door to door to actually meet people so that we can put a face. They can put a face to the promise that we're making, and let them know that we're not going to disappoint them. Unlike people that have stolen billions and stolen the comfort of our people, they make big promises and don't do for them. Of their welfare. We have
yeah, okay. Now it's coming and going. Can you hear me at all, Eric? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm really sorry about this. Please continue to share anyway. because there's a lot of message that we will be sharing as we're going along this broadcast. And he will come in and out as much. The network is a problem, but we are not going to let that stop us. So what I'm saying to Nigerians again, Operation PVC, hashtag Operation PVC. Please get on board, share that hashtag, share it among your friends. Eric, you back? Are you back now, Eric? I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
It's the network. I can hear you, but it's very crackly, and it overpowers what you're trying to say. But carry on. Let's try. What crackly? But can you hear me? Yeah, it's off. Okay, he's off again. So now, please share that hashtag Operation PVC. Hashtag Operation PVC. We need that in the consciousness of our people, day and night. If they wake up, I want them to think Operation PVC, so that they do everything in their power on the ground to get that PVC, to encourage others to get that PVC, and to spread the message that in the South, in fact, all over the country, we need. That's the power in our hands. The power in your palm is the PVC. When that PVC touches your palm, you have the power to vote in the right people. People like Sowore, people like Remo Adesanya, people like Eric Musiliu Shanu, to vote in and to actually begin to take control of our country and stop the continuous drainage, the looting of our resources and our funds and our finances by these failed leaders in APC and PDP. Because make no mistake about it, both PDP and APC are one and the same. They are two sides of the same coin. They are two sides of the same coin, and we need to vote them out. So I'm asking Nigerians at home and abroad, do everything you can to encourage your brothers and sisters, your relatives, to get the PVC. I was talking to a relative yesterday, and I said to them, she said to me, look, we can't queue, because you see, when we go queue for the PVC, it takes hours, so we just go home. So I said, no, right now you cannot afford to just be defeated because somebody is trying to frustrate you by making the queue long to get your PVC. You need to stay the course. You need to be on that queue. And I'm asking the communities, when you see a queue of people queuing for their PVC, don't encourage them. Encourage them by getting water, refreshments to them. Make a toilet around that area available so they can use a toilet to go to and come back and be on the queue. Support each other. This is a fight for our nation. But the fight is going to be done by getting your PVC, which I call Operation PVC. But if we all stand together to ensure that each and every one of us in our communities get that PVC, from the 16th of February 2019, we will kick these people out.
Exactly.
We will kick them out. And we must not yield one iota.
Exactly.
This is our future. How many of us in diaspora want to be able to go home to Nigeria and feel safe on the streets? That's the question you should be asking yourself. How many of you want to be able to go and know that you'll have light in the evening? How many of you? Do not think about that 2,000 naira. That 2,000 naira is nothing. If they give you 2,000 naira and they put it in your hands, you will spend that money in 2 hours. But if they fix the infrastructure for you, if you get the people like Eric Musiliu, and you get Adesanya, and you get Sowore in, have businesses till late at night, and you'll be able to make money and pay your taxes to have those bridges and those roads and those schools and those hospitals. Do that. If you think long term, do not think short term, Nigerians. I'm asking you, do not think short term. Think long term. Think about the fact that you want your great grandchildren to be living in a country they will be proud of. So I'm asking you, Operation PVC, hashtag Operation PVC. Share it. Share it now. Share it. Tell your friends. Wake up. This is real. The time is now. We have but 8 months before this election. We need to be supporting Sowore. Take it back is real. Take it back is real. And we have got to get on that train now and not get off it. Take
take it back is real. And we need to take our country back from these people. We are not going to do it by taking a gun out. No. We are going to do it by getting our PVC. Hashtag Operation PVC. Hashtag Operation PVC. Let this message go across the whole country. Share it among your friends. This is where we are right now. We need to take our country back. Enough is truly enough. Enough is truly enough. So my brothers and sisters, my diasporans in Nigeria, wherever you are, if you're a Nigerian, the call to arms is Operation PVC. That is our call to arms, Operation PVC. Get your PVC. And if they are being frustrated in your area, organize in your communities. Start working together. How many hours can you give to be able to support? And do shift. If we can only do 2 hours, form a group. Okay, we can have 20 people. Okay, of that 20, 2 people can stand and watch them. Okay, we give water, we give food. After 2 hours, you go back to what you're doing. Somebody else takes over. Let's do this. Let's plan. This is what we need to be doing. We have got to get our community back. And we demonstrate it by how we support each other in getting the PVC that we will use to vote these people out. I implore every Nigerian that's listening to me. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Ẹ láti lọ dúró kẹgbà PVC yín báyìí. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Nto wà nílẹ̀ yìí tí a bá ṣe lọ́dún tó bọ̀ yìí, ó ti parí o. Ó ti parí o. A gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó lọ. So we mustn't let it go. So please, Operation PVC. So forgive me if I'm using just Yoruba there, but I'm so frustrated and I'm so this is hit my core. This has hit my core, and I hope it is hitting your core like it is hitting my core, because that's the only way we will wake up. We will wake our brothers up, our mothers up, our sisters up, our uncles up, our grandfathers up, everybody that can vote. We must make sure that they get their PVC. So hashtag Operation PVC. Hashtag. Make that hashtag go viral. Make it go viral. This is not about myself. This is about you. What I'm saying, it's not about myself. It's about you. It's about you and what you want for your country, and what you want for your grandchildren, and what you want for your people, and we want a country that tourists will be will be looking forward to coming to. But without infrastructure, we can't have tourism flourish in Nigeria. Without infrastructure, we can't have healthcare. Look, as we speak, our president, instead of using Nigeria and publicizing our healthcare, what does he do? Anytime something goes wrong with his health, where does he go? He comes to the Western world. He comes to the Western world to get the healthcare. Everything. He comes here. They will buy houses here. This is him and his cohort. They will do everything. They will come and use the train. I've seen Nigerian ministers use the trains here. The tube, Jubilee Line train. Governor Okorocha was on the tube taking pictures. But yet these people they don't see it fit. They don't see it fit to have this in Nigeria. And you tell me they are patriotic. Tell me, can anybody tell me that these people are patriotic? Can any one of you tell me that they are patriotic? Can anyone? Any one of you? I'm waiting. Can you tell me if they are can you tell me that they are demonstrating their patriotism for the nation? All they are doing is looting from us. So this Operation PVC, hashtag Operation PVC, please share it. Tell your friends. And on top of that, anywhere in the South that we're seeing that they are deliberately frustrating us to get our PVC, let's support each other. Let's form groups. 2, 10, 12, 14. Make it shift. 2-hour shift. 2 hours whilst they're waiting in the queue, there's 2 people waiting. They give them water. They give them some refreshment. And somebody will try and make sure there's a toilet they can use around the area. 2 hours, somebody else, make it a shift. You can even be queuing yourself. And if you are living in that area and you have things, you can do that. And that helps. That is the community spirit I'm talking about. That is the community spirit that I am talking about. That we can build that nation. We can fix that nation. We don't have to wait for these people anymore. We take the power from their hands by our PVC. We take that power back from their hands, because they've been making Nigerians suffer. They became making Nigerians, ordinary Nigerians cannot eat 3 square meals a day. If they have one meal, if they have one single meal, they're doing well. If they have one single meal, they're doing well. So please, Nigerians, I am waking you up. I'm sorry, I don't have another way to say it. I want to wake you up. I want to wake up your consciousness. I am going to move on to another subject now, but I'm going to say that. I want to say this again. Hashtag Operation PVC. Hashtag Operation PVC. Share it wherever you are on this planet. Hashtag Operation PVC. This is a call to arms, to arm ourselves with the PVC and kick out these looters called APC and PDP. And we don't want any CNM and all those looters, all these old men. They need to go and retire. They don't have the interest of the nation at heart. Please share this message as you're coming in. Share this message. At Citizen AY here, and I'm giving it to you real. I'm giving you straight from my heart. And I'm telling you, I want to see a better Nigeria. I'm sure you do. If you do, hashtag Operation PVC now. Hashtag Operation PVC now. Don't wait till tomorrow. Start sharing it. Start talking about it. Make sure in your group of friends, out of every 10 friends that you have, make sure that 8 of them have got their PVC. Out of every 10 friends that you have, make sure that 8 of them have got their PVC. Out of every 20 friends that you have, make sure that 18 of them have got their PVC. Out of every 20 friends that you have, make sure that 20 of them have got PVC. That is our goal. Day in, day out. Day in, day out. Day in, day out. This is our task now for the next 8 months, coming up to that 16th of February 2019 election. God willing, if I have the strength and I'm able to, I'm going to be down in Nigeria on the ground voting. My PVC is being organized. And I want to be there. And you should be the same thing. You should make sure that you do not stand by the wayside and let these looters, these criminals, completely destroy the country that they've never been for the last 58 years. So I'm asking Nigerians, please, hashtag Operation PVC. It's on the top of this page, of this broadcast, and it's on here. I've put the hashtag in. Please share it. Spread the word. Now, another thing I'd like to go on to now is, please, it is obvious to me that Nigerians are too busy praying. We pray morning, noon, and night as a Christian and as a Muslim. Now, I have nothing against you praying. I'm saying that now. I will say it again. I have nothing against you praying. What I have a problem with is when the prayer gets in the way of you reasoning and thinking about, hang on, how come the praying I've done, all this praying we've done for the last 57 years, how come he hasn't given me the roads? How come he hasn't given me the schools? How come he hasn't given me the lights? How come he hasn't given me the hospital? How come he hasn't given me the bridges? How come he hasn't given me the trains? We are not asking ourselves the question because the praying, we've been told to pray so much that many Nigerians are busy praying and they're not thinking about their right. So, here is my suggestion. And it's a suggestion which I'd like you to seriously consider. I'm posting on here now a link for the Nigerian Constitution. You will see it, and I am going to pin it to the top, so you can see it. That's the link for the Nigerian Constitution. What I want every Nigerian that's even watching right now to do is to download that Constitution. Download it. Download it. No. Not be tomorrow. Make you download now. Make you download them now. Download them. Put them for your phone. Not only that, when you put it on your phone, share it with your friends. Now, before we can argue about our rights as citizens of Nigeria, we need to know what those rights are. And the only way you can know what those rights are is if you read the Constitution. The Constitution, which I've just posted now, it's on there. Download it. Your rights as a citizen of Nigeria lay in that Constitution. It lays in it. So, on top of that, there are 20 million Nigerians, conservatively, that own phones. We need to see all 20 million downloading that Constitution, putting it on their phone, reading that Constitution and trying to understand it and having discussions. We should have discussions about our own Constitution, because that is the Constitution that is guiding, that is being used to rule our lives. There's no point. And this is why I said to you earlier on about people are praying, and they're praying as a Christian, as Muslim, and even as our local stuff. But our real focus, we have totally ignored what we should be looking at. We should understand our kids. I've said it before. Our kids should be taught about our Constitution from the time they start going to school. They should be learning in pictorial format, in simple terms, to be able to know their rights before they leave primary school. And then, following that, our Constitution, we should be discussing this on a regular basis for people. It should be programs on TV talking about our rights and our Constitution. But what do you see in Nigeria? Every single place they are praying. They are either praying as a Muslim or as a Christian. And we totally ignore our constitution, which is the bedrock of our nation. Not the Christianity, not Quran. Those things are not the bedrock of a nation. They're not. Because if you know your rights as a citizen of Nigeria, you can demand it. You can demand it. You can demand your rights. Now, I'm going to try and read you something. Because just to make sure, from the Constitution, Eric, I'll get you to join me at some point, but I need to say this and I'll try and get you to join me. I am going to try and show you something about our Constitution. And it is very important that you listen. Under Section 15 of the Nigerian Constitution, 15.3a. Now it says, under 15.3, it says this, and listen please, and listen to it. Please share this message as you're coming in. Please share it. It says here, for the purpose of promoting national integration, it shall be the duty of the state to A, provide adequate facilities for and encourage free mobility of people, goods and services throughout the Federation. I'm going to read that again in case you didn't understand what I'm saying. Under Section 15 of the Nigerian Constitution, 15 says the motto of the Federal Republic of Nigeria shall be unity, faith, peace, and progress. Now, under 15A, 15.3a, subsection A, it says, for the purpose of promoting national integration, it shall be the duty of the state to A, provide facilities for and encourage free mobility of people, goods, and services throughout the Federation. I am not going to read any more than that from that particular line now. But what that essentially means is that as a citizen, you can hold the government of Nigeria to account and quote 15.3 subsection A and quote it to a government official and saying, this is your duty to me as a citizen of Nigeria. Why are you failing me? Why are you giving me 2,000 naira when your job is to, and I'm going to read it again, in fact, provide adequate facilities for and encourage free mobility of people, goods, and services throughout the Federation. So why are you not doing that? Instead, you are giving me 2,000 naira or 10,000 naira. Instead of you doing your job, you are trying to bribe me to deny me my right. This is what Nigerians should be doing. So I am urging you again. I am urging every single Nigerian watching this, please share. I want you to share, download the Nigerian Constitution. It's pinned to the top. You can see it there. It's pinned there. Share it. Not only share it among yourselves. Talk about it. Read it. Now, secondly, on top of that, now, once you've downloaded it, I want to now start seeing us having this Constitution discussions all over the country, among our friends, at parties. Download it. Oh, I'm going to go to this social and so party. Okay, listen, on your phone, how many of you? 6 of you. Okay, we are on my phone. On our phone, we have the Constitution. Please, just read section 15 alone. When we get to the party, let's spend 10 minutes. Let's talk about our Constitution. Let's see if we understand it. Let's see if we agree. How can we move? How can we talk about this among our friends and family in Nigeria? That's our business. That's our business. Too many of us, we go to parties in Nigeria. The roads are bad. We have no electricity. The people around you are barely able to eat. But at the party, you will find generator for the party. You will find food that people have, they put food. You will find music. But guess what? When that party finishes, you will all, myself included, go on the same bad roads that has no light, that has no security, where people barely have food. And we think we are living well? Nigerians, let's get real. Let's get real. Let's get real. I'm asking you again. Download the Constitution now. It's pinned to this page. You have no excuse. You can see me. Yes, you. You, I'm talking to you. If you're in Nigeria, I'm talking to you. Download it. Put it to your friends. Discuss it. When you go to parties, if you're going to go to parties at all, if you are in diaspora, I want you to be discussing this. If you are going to go to parties in Nigeria, start asking yourself a question. Is the road that I'm going to use to go to this party, is it good? Do I have light? Is there security? If all the answers to those questions are no, then start finding out a way to start they're addressing how. If those things are no, then you need to, yes or no? No, get your PVC. Get your PVC. Organize with people, like I said earlier. That PVC, if you see that there's a queue of people and they're waiting for 4 or 5 hours, get 10 of you together. Get some water, get some refreshment. Do 2-hour shifts. Everybody that's on that line, make sure they have water or they have food. And if there's a place for them to use the toilet so they can queue, and somebody will hold their queue. If they have to go to the toilet, make sure somebody holds their line for them so that when they go and come back, they will not have to go and start at the back of the queue again. They don't miss the line. That's what I'm talking about, community spirit. That's the community spirit I'm talking about. That's the community spirit that we need to come back to Nigeria. Because these people who are in power now, they've completely shredded every sense of decency that we have as a nation. They've shredded it. It's been shredded. It's been shredded. And we need to understand that if we're going to take the country back, we can't. So Wole Edun cannot do this. The governor, Eric Musoliu, cannot do this. Ademo Adesoya cannot do this. We have to be involved. And we start asking ourselves the question, what can I do? You start off with the PVC. You start helping the man, the man, the woman, the old, the young, who are on that queue, who are of eligible age to vote. You start helping them. You organize every single area in the South where you see that there's a long queue in that area. If you are in that area, organize 10, 20 of you. Feed them water. Feed them food. Give them a space for toilet. Make sure that if they have to go to those places and come back, that the space is held for them. This is what we need to be doing. That's what the community spirit is about. We've lost our community spirit. And isn't it interesting? The churches are telling you about community spirit, but all they're telling you really is for you to give money to them, to give money to these people, to make them rich, while they impoverish you and they leave you sleeping in the streets with no light, no safety, no security, no schools, no road, no hospital, nothing, no infrastructure. So Nigerians, I'm asking you again, and I'm asking you politely, nicely. This is in your interest. It is in our interest. Download the Constitution. It's pinned up there. Download it, put it on your phone, share it, read it. Read. If you don't understand, I want to see us on the downfall and the Molwe and the new bosses that they're going to bring on. I want to see Nigerians head like this, reading the Constitution as they're going about their business. Read it and start talking to the next person on the downfall or the Molwe or the boss. Do you understand this? What do you think the Constitution means? Start asking the questions. Start doing that. Start talking. Because if we're all quiet, these guys are using that against us. We need to understand the Constitution. And if we understand that Constitution, guess what? They are finished. They know it. That's why they keep asking you to pray. That's why they keep asking you to go to the mosque. Because they know that if you are busy doing that, you won't have time to read the Constitution. They know that you will not have the time to read that Constitution if you are busy praying. That's why they keep bringing all these Adeboyes and all of these Oyedepos and all of these people, because they want to distract you. These people want to distract you to death. They want you to just continue doing what they want you to do so that you won't ask for your rights. This is what the Constitution was written for. It's not perfect Constitution. And guess what? If you start reading that Constitution and you see that it's wrong, collectively, you can all say, we don't want this Constitution, or we want to change in the Constitution because it's not doing X, Y, and Z for us. But the only way you can do that is if you read and understand what it means. And I'm also going to say about the Constitution, it is time. I'm asking Nigerians, whoever can print in Nigeria, please write it in our local languages. I want them to translate it into our local languages. So even if you are in the village, and you can download the Constitution in our local languages. You don't have to come to the city to understand what it means. You read it. You read it in your local language, and you understand your rights. And when you understand your rights, nobody from the government or from the city will come and try and give you 2,000 naira, and you will accept it because you know your rights. You will say, "Oh God, no, I don't want. This time I want my infrastructure. I want my light. If you give me this money, I don't go get them. I don't want. Thank you." You will say it. So I am asking Nigerians again, not only to download this Constitution, but people who know of people who can translate this Constitution into our local languages, our Yoruba, our Igbo, our Hausa, our Efik, our Edo, all of it. If you can translate it in your start. In fact, any Nigerian that has that skill to translate and put it on website for free, do so. Do so. I urge you to do so. I urge you to do so. It is, in fact, you know what? It's not. It is your duty. Because cometh the hour, we the people of that nation have got to stand up. And this is the hour, and we must stand up. And everything in our arsenal must be used. Everything. And that means you get the PVC. You help people who are trying to get the PVC. You download the Constitution. You ensure that not only you are downloading it, you're sharing it among your friends, and you ensure that the people and the villages who are speaking local languages, we translate it for them, and they can read their own rights. They don't have to wait for somebody to go to the city to understand their rights. They can read it and understand it right there in the language, in their communities. And it takes away all of the powers of all of these looters, because they know that the people that don't know their rights cannot fight for their rights. Let me just say that again. They know that the people that don't know their rights cannot fight for their rights. That is why I am asking every single Nigerian to read, download that Constitution, download it, download that Constitution, and it states expressly in there that the government will provide those services to make sure that free movement of goods and services and people. And to do that, that means the government must provide infrastructure. The government, all of them, to a man, senators, reps, governors, all of them, instead of doing that, they come and start giving you 2,000 naira. When they should build the bridge, when they should build the school, when they should build hospitals, when they should build police stations, when they should build all of those things, water, all of that, they don't do it. So Nigerians, please, it's time for us to use this. But we don't, if you don't, like I said, I've downloaded the Constitution, it's on there. It's pinned to the top of that page. I've pinned it on the page. Please download it. Share this message. Discuss it. Let's be aware. Look, this is our chance now. This is our chance to take back our country. Sowore is doing something incredible. But it's not only Sowore alone. Many Nigerians are dying for change. And Sowore represents that dying for the change. And people are now keying in, and they're now finding, for the first time in a long while, they're finding their voices. And they want to make that change happen. But we cannot just make the change happen through praying. Yes, pray if you want. But I say this, the only thing I will say about praying as a Muslim, as a Christian, or as a spiritualist, whatever, the only thing I will say is this. Make sure we have an action plan in place first. And carry out that action, i.e., for example, queue for your PVC, organize in your community to help people who queue for the PVC, download the Constitution, and make sure you also discuss it among your friends, and make sure that the Constitution is also translated in our local languages. When you do all of those things together, all that put together, now we can now go behind it and pray as a Muslim, we can pray as a Christian, we can pray with us as a native spiritualist way, that may all of our efforts yield us the result that we desire. Now you can pray. For too long in Nigeria, the first thing that everybody does, hey pa, you start praying. Hey pa, it happen. Hey, God, pray. No, sit down, think. There's a problem. What is the solution? What can I do? Who can I talk to? How can I galvanize a group of people together to actually focus on the solution, come up with suggestions to solve the problem? Then when we've done that, to bless that solution, we pray. Fine, pray. But not before you come up with solutions and ideas. Fine, pray. Pray. I don't mind. But it's afterwards. Not before. Not before. So, Nigerians, if you're going to go to church, ask yourself, even the church you go every Sunday, you go to church every Sunday, and you go to mosque every Friday, the roads that you're going on to go to those places, are they fixed? Are they fixed? How long does it take you to get from the church, from your home to church? Sometimes it takes you 2 hours. And when you're coming back home, how long does it take you to get home from those churches and from those places? You are praying, you are doing this stuff, yet the road that you need to get to those places are not fixed. And these guys are telling you to pray. Wake up! So anyway, let me just have a sip or drink. So Nigerians, I'm saying this, Eric, just hang with me. I just have to say this because this is something that is deep. And I want to communicate and explicitly make sure that Nigerians get this message. This is our chance. This is a chance of a lifetime. This February 2019, February 16th of February 2019 is a defining moment. We need to get to work. I'm asking you all, the people that can donate to Governor Aremo Adesanya, Governor Eric Musili Ushanu, governorship aspirant Babatunde Alegbeleye, please, their account, when I will put their GoFundMe page on here, and also to Sowore, please, if it's £5, if you're in Europe, if it's £5, if it's £10, do so today, not tomorrow. Do it today. Put some money behind these guys, because the change that we need, we do not want the money that they stole to be used to do any of the changes we need. We want those money intact. When we catch them, when we come in and we catch these people, they must face justice. They must face justice. Because when they put the money, if the money finds its way into you voting for them, then they will say, but I gave you that money. It's part of the money now. So you are compromised. So we don't want that. That's why I'm asking the diasporans, wake up. Wake up. If you are complaining that you're not safe in Nigeria when you go, and you're complaining that there's no healthcare in Nigeria when you go, and if you're complaining that you know there's no roads, that your roads are bad and everything else, now is the chance that you have to do something about it. So help your people at home. Everybody that you see that's asking you for money at home, ask them, have you got your PVC? If they haven't got it, tell them, before I send you a penny, I beg, get your PVC and send me a copy. Let me see it. When they've done that, okay, not only that, have you told, how many of your friends have you told? Have you told 10 of your friends? Get evidence. Then you can consider sending money to them. That's one. That's number one. Two, you yourself here, if you are in diaspora, download the Constitution. Like I said, it's on my page here. It's not going to, you don't have to go searching for it. It's on the page. Download it. Download the Constitution now. Share it among your friends. Start reading it. And tell your friends and your family back home to read it. Share it. Click it on their page. Put it on their WhatsApp. Plaster it all over the place. Let people, anywhere people go, that Constitution must be in their face. It must be in their face. Thirdly, GoFundMe account for Sowore, for Eric Musili Ushanu, for Aremo Adesanya, for Ogun State, for Babatunde Alegbeleye. Sorry, we need to be doing that. Listen, not now, Davidson. I will talk to you afterwards. I need to do this now. I will talk to you after. I'm sorry, it's interrupting the broadcast. I apologize. But listen, I need to do this. So we need to be supporting these guys and the others who are trustworthy. Most importantly, we need to kick out both APC and PDP. They're two sides of the same coin. We have been governed by the same people for over 20 years. And they're trying to tell us they're separate. They're not. They're the same people. The same people go from APC to PDP, from PDP to APC. They're same. They're the same people. So if we haven't got time to complain now. Now is time for action. And please, when anybody that's telling you to go to church and donate money and give to the church and all of this stuff, what has the church done for your roads in your place? Ask yourself that question. Has the church built the roads on your streets so that it's easier for you to get to church and back home? Answer that question. And the mosque as well. Have they fixed the road? Have they paid money to make sure the road that you are going to use to get to church from home and back is smooth enough for you that you will not have to have a bus tire that you're going to pay money for to fix? Or you have to spend 2 hours either way for going to church and back home. Are the churches doing that? Are the mosques doing that? Ask yourself that question. Ask yourself that question. Or are they just using you as a money-making machine? Ask yourself that question as Nigerians. Ask yourself that question and see and be honest with yourself and be honest enough with yourself to confront and deal with the reality of that, the fact that you are being used as a cash cow. You are being used as a cash cow. And if you don't understand that and if you don't want to face that fact, then you're not part of the struggle. You're not part of the struggle. Then you might as well stay where you are then. Stay in that lane, but do not come and complain that there's no roads. Do not come and complain that there's no water. Do not come and complain that there's no light. Because you have given up your right to demand that question by completely selling your soul and everything to these fake religions who are telling you to just give them money. And yet, the road that you're going to use to get to the church is bad. There's no water. Even when you get to the church, there's no water for you to use. You have to buy your own water. There's no sanitary system. Nothing. What benefit? What benefit are these religions to you? I'm asking, what benefit? What benefit? I'm sorry I'm angry. I'm sorry I'm angry. I'm sorry I'm shouting. But this has hit me to the core. And again, I'm talking about safety and security. Many of us has been defrauded, myself included, because the healthcare system we have in Nigeria has been so bad that we look for anything to help our parents and family in Nigeria. And guess what? When you're looking for anything, you will fall for anything, because the government and the system has simply failed to provide the healthcare that each and every one of us deserve as citizens. As citizens of Nigeria. I'm going to read that page to you again. Just to make sure. I want to make sure I really want to make sure this sinks in. Because when you leave this page, when I finish today, I want this to be at the back of your mind. To be making your conscience go, whoa, you know what? I need to wake up. I don't want you to just think, oh, all right, that's it. Oh, yes, I get. No. When I finish leave this broadcast, you have a job to do. And you cannot sit down, be quiet. You need to wake up your family, your friends, your brothers, your sisters. You need to be connecting and talking to them. You need to be connected. The passion that I'm giving you now, you should take it and double it. In fact, triple it. The passion I'm giving you now, you should take it, double it, triple it. And start sending that message. Operation PVC, number 1. 2, get the Constitution. That's number 2. 3, in that Constitution, it talks about, I'm going to read it again, section 15, 3A. 15.3 says, for the purpose of promoting national integration, it shall be the duty of the state to A, provide adequate facilities for and encourage free mobility of people, goods, and services throughout the Federation. That is the job of the government. So anybody, I don't care who they are, if they come and offer you 2,000 naira, they are fraudulent, they are thieves, they are looters. And they're doing that, they're giving you 2,000 naira and blatantly ignoring what section 15.3A explicitly demands that they do to serve that nation. They are traitors, they are looters, they are thieves. That's what they are. Anybody that's offering you money, know that now. They are traitors, they are looters, and they are thieves, and they deserve to be in jail. They deserve to be in jail. So please, Operation, put on your phone, put it now on your spread. Please share this message. Operation PVC. Hashtag Operation PVC. Hashtag Operation PVC. Please share that. And on top of that, I've pinned on here the Constitution of Nigeria. Download it. Download it, put it on your phone. Make sure at least 10 or 20 of your friends have it here. And make sure that they share it with people in Nigeria. Make sure. Because what we are faced with, how many of us are having to, how many times have you received calls as a diasporan? Oh, I need money for this. A friend sent me a request for 100,000 naira. How am I going to find 100,000 naira? You know, what am I picking money on the ground for here? Down here. Others will call you. Somebody wants to get married. They give you a long list. Somebody's got health issues. You have to pay it. To stop all of that, we need to empower our people to understand their rights. That's our job. If we want to stop being asked for money in diaspora all the time, then we need to get our people to understand. Read. They need to read. Get them to download the Constitution and read their rights. And read where it says, just point them to 15, section 15.3A. Point them down to it and tell them to read that. Tell them to read it. Tell them to read that section. And they will see it states clearly. Section 3 says, for the purpose of promoting national integration, it shall be the duty of the state to A, provide adequate facilities and encourage free mobility of people, goods, and services throughout the Federation. I'll read B to you just to make it, to make sure you're following me. Secure full residence rights for every citizen in all parts of the Federation. Encourage intermarriage among persons from different places or origin, or of different religious, ethnic, or linguistic association or ties. And D,
promote, encourage formation of association that cut across ethnic, linguistic, religious, and or sectional barriers. So, again, whilst they are telling you to be a Christian or Muslim, it is being used as a divisive tool. It is being used, and it expressly states in the Constitution 15D, it states that the government should promote or encourage the formation of association that cuts across ethnic, linguistic, religious, and or sectional barriers. If the Constitution was being followed, there will be no such thing as Fulani herdsmen. There will be no such thing as Boko Haram. If the letter of this Constitution was being followed, there will be none of those things. So this is why it is important for Nigerians to read the Constitution. Yes, read the Bible in your own time. Read that if you want to pray. But the business of our governance, you need to be involved. So Wore alone cannot do this. Eric Musuli alone cannot do this. You know, all of these people cannot do this.
I'm going to add Eric now because I realize I've spoken a lot and I spoke with passion. I hope you can join us. I hope this is clear. But I do appreciate many of you that have taken the time to join me. Incidentally, I will be speaking on Heritage TV tonight about 7 o'clock UK time, between 8 and 9. So I'll put.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, Eric. Yeah, join us, please.
Hi.
I'm sorry, I had to just say what I had to say there, but I hope.
No, it's okay. That's fine. I just need to, if you don't mind, I need to touch on some of the things that you said.
Yes.
As far as the looters are concerned, one thing our people need to get to their psyche.
Yeah.
Is if a man goes to computer. Okay, I'll give you an example. I was in Computer Village, I think last year sometime.
Yeah.
A guy stole a phone.
Mm-hmm.
And if you see the crowd that chased this guy down, there was Hausa, there was Igbo, there was Yoruba men and women chased this guy down, and they caught him and they beat him almost to weeks of his life.
The Pope.
Now, if you compare that to a looter, okay, whereby they steal all of our commonwealth, and nothing happens to them. Yet you have people in the village or on one section of the country that say, well,
oh, hold on. I don't know what happened. Hold on. Okay, I know what we're going to do again. It's going to join us. Sorry, you're saying something. Hopefully, you'll join us again. It's just the network. Right. See, from what Eric is saying, you know, these guys loot billions, and we hail them. But somebody steals a phone or something, or a small minuscule item. You're going. Sorry about that.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hear you, yes.
So, like I was saying, I was at a computer village, and you know they chased down this thief. You know, and every tribe, man, woman was there to beat down this guy, almost to the point of death. Now, compare that to a looter, whereby they steal our commonwealth, and nothing happens to them.
Yeah.
Then you have some.
So
people in one section of the country or the other talk about, well, it's selective prosecution. This is a mental disease.
Yeah.
Or they say, well, he's our thief, so don't touch him. Or he deserves it because it's his turn to chop.
Yeah.
This is a mental disease.
Yeah.
We need to change this. Just like they beat that thief down in Computer Village, when you catch a looter, he needs to go to jail and he needs to be punished, because what is stole belongs to you, your children, and the generations to come.
That's it.
On top of that, these people borrow money from the IMF and the World Bank on our behalf under the guise of building infrastructure.
There you go.
And they steal this money.
Yes.
And when these people, the IMF and World Bank know that they will steal that money and bring it back to their country, America, London, Dubai, and whatever, and hide it in their banks.
Yeah.
So the money, you know, the people in Nigeria are left holding the basket.
Yes, indeed.
You understand? So when those people die with that money, you, me, our children, and the generation to come are still liable for that money.
Exactly.
If we don't know this, we need to know this now.
Yeah.
We are in a state of emergency.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You feel me?
So it's the network. He'll come back again. You see, Nigerians, we are not. None of this is going to stop us. The network can do all it wants. We are that message. We will stick on. Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So those loans that they got on our children and great grandchildren and generations to come are still liable for those loans.
That's it.
So for those that are actually supporting these people,
yeah,
if you really examine it, these same people that loot your money, they don't do nothing for you.
No,
10 kobo of the looted money does not make it to your village.
Yeah,
they don't build you a water municipal or water facility. If anything, they'll give you a borehole. What's a borehole if the water underneath is poison?
Yes.
Or it's polluted with some kind of chemical.
Exactly.
Those water from the borehole need to go through a water processing facility.
Yes.
Whereby you can be in your house and clean water will come out of your pipe and you can drink it safely. You don't have to boil it. Likewise, they don't give you good schools. They are educating you and your children so that you stay hungry and that way you don't come back and contest for power. It's a privilege for those of us that are young, educated, and have the ability to challenge them for power. They don't like it. But the more they can keep you ignorant and miseducated and hungry,
indeed,
the more you're not going to be able to contest for power. This is why we are in a state of emergency. We need to support every young person.
That's it.
So that they can take power in 2019.
Yes.
That way, once we get there, we can now go back and help the rest of the youth and the coming generation to lay a good foundation. Yes. That way they can inherit a good country. We are not doing this for the money. We're doing this for the love of our father's land.
Indeed.
And for the love of our people.
Exactly.
So our people really need to get up, get out, and get on their hind legs.
That's it.
And do something about our situation. Because if we don't do something in 2019, we will go back into being indentured servants, if not slaves.
That's it.
Because even those of us that believe in holy books tells you that the borrower is a slave unto the lender.
Yeah, exactly. You're absolutely right.
So, and all these people that we're putting in power, they don't really have a vision of how to repay this loan.
No,
there is no credible plan on how to bring about industry for profitability, to create jobs and make money for the state. Instead, they come up with designer taxes. Now they're taxing boreholes. Now they're taxing our properties. The next thing you know, they will start taxing the air that you breathe.
Exactly.
All in the name that they want to repay the loan, but yet it's going into private pockets. So we really need to open our eyes and start questioning things and start analyzing situations.
Absolutely. You're absolutely on point. Eric, just before earlier on, I was asking you about your GoFundMe. Could you post that on here, please?
Yes, I'll post it again.
Okay, because I don't think I saw it, but post it just
I did. I'll post it again. Let's see.
Highlight it straight away. Because I want people to support you. Nigerians is running for governorship of Lagos.
Okay, I'm posting it again.
A government aspirant. So yes, okay. Let me see if I can see it. Hopefully, show up. So he's running for that. Like you all to support him. Is a man that he's got his own company in America. He doesn't have to come back here. But it's gone off. I'll try and add him. I'll add you in a minute, Davidson. I'll add you in a minute, David. I just want to. I've got another 15 minutes after I speak to Eric now. I'll add you, and then we can, maybe we'll start wrapping up. And if somebody else want to talk, maybe I'll add you, and then maybe one other person, and then we can wrap up because I need to. Yeah, you there? Yeah, got it.
Okay, I'm back.
Have you put it on? Is it there?
Okay.
I can't see.
I can't hear you.
I can't see it. Is it on my page now?
Let me log off.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Okay. Right. I'll add Davidson. Let me add Davidson. Okay, 1 second. Let me see if I can. So Davidson is a writer of a book called Panacea for Africa's Bane, something like that. So let me see. Hopefully, he will be able to join us. The network is a problem, as you know. It plays up anytime. So I do apologize if that doesn't work, but I'm trying. Davidson, I'm trying to add you. It's not working. I will try again. Let me cancel it and see. Maybe you will. I'll add you one more time. Oh, okay. Okay. Let me. I'll just add. Let me see if you will add. And if anybody wants to join me, just indicate, and I will happily do so. I'll add you so we can have a few minutes talk and discussion among ourselves here, and you know, just you know. Let me see. Yeah, hang on. I'm trying to add him, and it's not quite happening.
Good.
Davidson,
Yes, sir.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, how are you doing?
I'm all right. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I wondered if you have anything to contribute to this discussion regarding Nigeria, in terms of our PVC, our constitution, you know, and even our governorship aspirants. I wonder if you have anything to add.
Yes. I think I'm having a can you disconnect it? Can you disconnect me? Because I'm having a double echo. So okay. I'm having a double echo. I can hear you clearly, but it's coming up as a double echo.
Hang on. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Hang on. I'm trying to see if I can. Is that better? I don't know. Try. Is it still echoing?
It's still is repeating the voice.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna disconnect it. Then request for me again.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. That's Davidson, the author of Panacea for Africa's Bane. He's got one or two ideas in terms of how our aspirants can identify, rectify our problems in Nigeria via essentially data, which is very, very key for planning. For any planning that we care to do for government, state, local, or federal, we need planning. And that planning needs us to have accurate data. Data as in the number of people in the area, in any given area. So you can be able to plan the infrastructure to meet the needs of those in that area. Now he goes into specific details in that. And I had a discussion with him a couple of weeks back, I think, where we had a very engaging discussion about that. I'm not saying he's got all the answers, but it's certainly worth looking at what he suggests. And certainly it's something I've pointed out to various aspirants to look at and to actually sort of maybe consider as part of their plans. So he's a fine young man with with vision and drive to go and achieve. Say a few things to us about that. I have like about 5-10 minutes to say something to us. Good?
Yes.
Is it echoing or stop?
No, it stopped.
Okay, good. Right, so yeah, I wondered, the topic of today was to get an update from Eric about his campaign. Now, we talked about the two areas, the website and GoFundMe, which is going to go for about Nigeria. Now, I know you have a particular interest in this area of the government, what information that they need for them to be able to accurately plan and build a better state, locality, or federation. So, get some light on that. And by the way, he's the writer of Campaign. Can you hear me?
Yes, can you repeat your question one more time, please?
No, I was just saying that if you'd like to add a few comments
on
the topic today, and if you could obviously from your own point of view as a writer for Panacea for Africa's Pain, you know, bearing in mind that data is the key to solving majority of our problems. So if you could just spend a few minutes on that for us.
Yeah, thank you, AY. You've been very, very helpful to our nation and to nation building at large. So I'll quickly go straight to the point, and I really, really want to appreciate you, appreciate our viewers, appreciate all Nigerian youths that are really in this struggle together. It's a collective struggle. It's a struggle for revolution. We are in this together, and we are making this history. We are making this history. There's nothing they can do to stop us. They cannot stop us. This is going to happen. In our generation, come 2019, we are going to rewrite the story of Nigeria for better. We are going to stage Nigeria on the podium of global leadership, either they like it or not. So we are pushing this. We are making this happen. And that is why we are calling for a permanent solution to the problems of our country. We need a permanent solution, and the permanent solution is the only thing that can move us forward. And you know, with people like you reiterating the story,
it will come back, hopefully.
With people like you reiterating the good news and spreading the good news to all our youth. Our youth currently are ignorant. They do not know what it is that we are into. They don't know what it is, what fight we are fighting. They don't even understand that we are fighting the good fight. So they don't understand that. They are still used to the old comfort zone. They are still used to how you know, politicians will feed them with 2,000 with stipends. They are still used to all of that. So, but this situation as it is now, we have gone past that. Matter of fact, personally, I'm not looking at 2019 election no more. I'm looking beyond 2019, and that is the reason for my book. I'm looking ahead. See, we are winning. It's a straight win for us. Victory is sure in 2019 for all the youths. Victory of 2019 are dedicated. The victory is dedicated to the youth. We are sure we are winning. Period. We are winning. It does not matter what candidate is going to come up to eventually lead us on this course. What matters to us now is that we have a collective vision, the vision for nation building. What matters to us now is the fact that this nation, it got to work. This nation has to move on. We have to move on with or without these looters. Matter of fact, we are moving on without them. So, and our youths, for you all to be part of this revolution, because it's a revolution and it's real. If you think you are still dreaming of it, it is real. Today is the time. Now is the time. There is no longer future of tomorrow. The future we have is now. There's no longer leaders of tomorrow. The leaders we have, we exist today. They will make today great for our tomorrow to have a comfort, for our tomorrow to have rest, for our tomorrow to have peace. And therefore, anytime your aspirants, I'm sending this message to the youth, anytime your aspirants come to you, whoever the person might be, if they come without profiling, without the ideology of this revolution, forget it, they are not part of us. If they come without the ideology of this movement, of this youthful movement, they are not part of us. And if they come without the ideology of actually giving us a system that works, we know a system that works. We understand a system that works, and we are preaching this. We are preaching the gospel to every Nigerian out there. A system that works. You that you are in secondary school, you will not need to write your WAEC, write your JAMB, and at the same time be looking for the money to buy admission, or be looking for the money to pay in order to get admission to the university. That is a failed system. A system that works will only make you be in your house and use input your information online, input all your information, and the admission letter will be sent to your house. That is a system that works. A system that works will not make you to start going to local government council to get your birth certificate, and you start paying for it. You start paying to get birth certificate. Matter of fact, if you don't know people at the local government, it becomes a problem. You have to pay your way. There are too many fake birth certificates in Lagos, in Nigeria. Why? Just because Oluwole has spoiled everything in Ikeja. We all we do is express. We do express birth certificate because our system does not work. because we have to pay for everything. So a system that works will include youth. You will get what you want at the right time. That's a system that works. A system that works will fulfill your dream. That's a system that works.
Yeah.
And for us to have a system that works, see, I am an apostle of a functional system. I'm an apostle of a functional system that is built on database system. We must have a database system. That is how to build a system that works. A system that works will help us to know who is who in our country. Will actually give us a sense of citizenship. A database system will give us a sense of citizenship. You as an individual, you can give account of your biometric record in a system that works. If you have a biometric record, there will not be any need for banks to ask you for a collateral before you get a loan. Because if there's a database in Nigeria, there will be an account. We can give account of people in Nigeria. So therefore, banks will not be afraid of you. They will not be afraid to give you a loan to fund that your idea, that your business idea. They will not be afraid. They will not tell you to go get a collateral in order to be able to fund, to be able to get a loan to fund that your business idea. That great idea, that idea that can turn our nation around, that idea that can actually boost our economy. Many of our youth carry the ideas on the street of Lagos. They carry the idea on the street of Kano. They carry the idea on the street of Abuja. They carry great ideas on the street of Onitsha. Look at how creative people in Aba are. Look at how creative people in Onitsha are. I don't get it. Our people are just very creative, but the problem is we do not have an enabling environment for them. We don't have a system that can work, that can put them on an equal level playing ground with the children of the rich. So therefore, we need a system that works, and the system that works will only come by database system. A system that works, once it is established, road will function, electricity will work, ministries will do their job. Security will take care of itself. There will be nothing like propaganda of Boko Haram. There will be nothing like propaganda of herdsmen. There will be nothing like propaganda of witch hunting. There will be nothing like that in a system that works. So therefore, I need every Nigerian to spread the message of how we can build a database system in our country. Every nation that works today is built on a database system. Let nobody deceive you. Every nation that works today, Europe is built on a database system. America is built on a database system. Every nation, France is built on database system. Every nation has an account of its citizen. Every country has an account of the people that make up the country. So Nigeria does not have an account of its citizens, and that problem must stop. Because if that problem does not stop, we will continue to circumnavigate. We will continue to go back again. Every 4 years, we will continue to yell. Every 4 years, every election period, we will continue to shout. So therefore, now 2019 is the time. That is why I'm very sure of victory in 2019. This youth revolution is very real. See, my life is involved. My blood is involved in this. This is not a war. This is not a war that we carry gun. This is a war that we carry ideology. By ideology, we will shake our nations, because this generation has grown, and we have realized, we have come to our senses. We have woken up from our dreams, and we have realized that we are shakers and movers in our own nation, and therefore we are the ones that actually we are the backbone of that nation. Youths are the backbone of the nation, and therefore we will bring our ideas to the table, and those ideas will work. Hey, let me tell our youth something. See, if we have a database system, there will be no reason to go to the hospital and pay before getting treated. You will get treated first, and the bill will be sent to your house, because your biometric number will be attached to the bills. So you will not doctors will not be afraid of treating you, because they can trace you. So they will first give you that good health before they eventually ask you to pay. It will be treatment before payment, not pay before service. In a system that works, it is only in Nigeria that you celebrate the ideology of pay before service, because the system does not work, because we don't even trust each other, because we don't trust one another. We do not trust the fact that if I give this person my service, he's not going to run away. We don't trust that. So, and therefore, it is very difficult for even foreign investors to troop into our nation, because they are afraid. They are afraid of doing business in a failed country, in a failed nation, in a failed system. So we need to get on our toes. This revolution is real, and it is very serious. It's not for the kids, it's not for the babies, it's for people that carry ideologies, it's for people that carry vision of nation building. That must be put in place. We must make that happen, and everybody should be on the alert and be ready. If people come to you, they preach the gospel of leadership to you, they do not include a functional system in it. Forget it. It's a false gospel. A system. See, this revolution cannot but be successful without understanding that we need a functional system. See, if we have a functional system, roads will be constructed. We can construct as many roads as possible. We will not need expatriates. We will not need expatriates to construct our road. If the local engineers will construct our roads, because they will construct it with integrity, because they will own up to their responsibility of constructing the road, because they have an identity. They have an identity that is traceable in the country. Their companies have identity that is traceable. There will not be bribery. There will not be bribery in the government system, in agencies, whereby you want to get a contract from the government, they ask you to pay huge amount of money before getting the contract, because the contract is not taxable. It's not taxable. So, but if we have a system that works, where everybody carries the biometric identification number, so therefore there's going to be a database. So everything you do is traceable, including getting contracts from anybody is traceable, because the Department of Taxation can easily pull up. They don't have to meet you one-on-one before they can know how much contract you have done, before they can know how much money you have spent doing contract. They can easily track it. They can easily pull up your record and trace the account and trace the business you have done. So therefore, no government agency will be able to collect side money to give contract, because they know that everybody has a record in a system that works. And that is our vision. That is what we are planning to do. That is what we intend to do. That is what this revolution is for, so that everybody can be on an equal level playing ground. You don't have to know the bank manager of a bank to get a loan from the bank. You don't have to know you don't have to know anybody to do whatever you want to do with your career, to do whatever you want to do with your talent. Even common entertainment industry, you have to know those who matter. You don't have to know those who matter before you become successful, before you be a good singer, for crying out loud. So we need a system that works. Go ahead, AY.
No, listen, it's good that you talk. Everything that we do, it's a numbers game, literally. I agree. And the numbers don't lie. If you not, if they count, and then we can't be surprised then that now when they now turn to the infrastructures, that the infrastructure will not match the numbers of human beings that are supposed to be using that infrastructure.
It will not.
It's a flawed plan. So we have to, and this has been like this since the 60s. Even before the 60s, it's been like this. We need data. It goes hand in hand with planning. If you don't have the right data, your planning is totally flawed. And we've had this problem for 57 years. This is the time for us to address it. Now, I know some aspirants if they got their own ways of doing it. We can have an argument about whether or not what's the best way to do the data or not. But one thing is for sure, we need an accurate data. However way we get it, it's going to be accurate to the last man, woman, child, adult, whatever. It's going to be,
of course,
the basis on which we plan, and that going forward, we can build from one 4-year cycle to another 4-year cycle. Where we don't have the right details, somebody will just come with a figure and just say, oh, it's XYZ. And then after 4 years, somebody else will come with another figure and go XYZ.
instead of building from a base, from a factual base. And that's the problem that we're faced with. Again, I totally agree with you. But for Nigerians, for me, what I can say to Nigerians is, whilst we are talking about data for the governorship aspirants, what Nigerians must do, please get your PVC. I saw you shared Operation PVC. Thank you very much, Davidson. Share it.
Thank you.
Put it on page. Talk to friends. We need Nigerians to get on board. Get your PVC. And where there's long queues in the south, the people in that neighborhood, in the community, organize yourselves. Group of 2. 20 of you, do groups of 2. 2-hour shifts. For people who are on that line, make sure they have water, make sure they have food, make sure they have a place to go and ease themselves and come back and join the queue without losing their queue, their place in the queue. That is the job that every single Nigerian must be involved in. That is the job. Secondly, please, 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 please. I downloaded and I put on this page the Constitution of Nigeria. Download it, read it, share it. Even if you can, if you have experts who can translate the language into our local languages, the Constitution, do so. Because the people who are empowered are less likely to be tricked or cheated or maneuvered into a position of weakness. And the fact of the matter is that Nigerians do not know their rights. Nigerians know the Bible back to front. They know the Quran back to front. They can quote a whole verse of the Quran, whole verses of the Bible. But when you ask them to come and talk about their rights, they have no clue. All they do is leave it in the hands of God. I'm sorry, there's no point leaving something in the hands when you have the paperwork in front of you for you to download and actually quote it, speaking to a government official and demand it from them. They come to you to give you 2,000 naira, and you can get it into the Constitution and say, look, in the Constitution it actually states, and I quote, you can state that step. It states, and I quote, that look, you as the government official should, for the purposes of promoting national integration of the state 2. This is section 15(3)(a). Provide adequate facilities for and encourage free mobility of people, goods, and services throughout the federation. That's the job of the government officials, the politicians, all of them. Come to you and they give you 2,000 naira. You ask them, so where is my road? Where is my water? Where is my life? Where is my security? And you are giving me 2,000 naira. And you think 2,000 naira can match that? That's the question Nigerians say. So I'm saying this to Nigerians, and I say it with every intent. Know your rights. Yes, you can read the Bible if you want to read it. Yes, you can read the Quran if you want to read it. Yes, you can go to Babylon if you want to do that. But do not know the Constitution. How can you fight for it? How can you demand your... Many Nigerians, when they go to government officials or go to government of buildings, they are scared. Nigerians are literally scared. Oh, I don't know. This guy, the man of... Oh, and that is because of lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge is what is doing us. If we know our rights, you can walk into any office, anywhere, and demand your rights, and they have to. The government officials, anybody who's politicians, they have to yield and give you your right, because your right is written in the Constitution. We're so busy learning about Quran. People, our kids are brainwashed into learning Quran from the time they're 2. They're brainwashed into learning Sunday school when they go to churches on Sunday. Somebody has studied right to teach our kids about our Constitution and their rights, so that they know they can defend their rights. Because you can know about the Quran if you want, you can know the Bible if you want, but what good is that going to give? Is that going to give you roads? That's the question you should be asking. Is that going to give you roads? Will it give you the schools? Will you give you the water? Will you give you the light? Will you give you the hospital? That's the question you should be asking yourself. That's the question Nigerians need to be asking themselves right now. As I'm talking, ask yourself that question. By you going to the church, by you going to the Quran, by you going to the Babalawo, and all those things, will it give you your road? Will you give you your life? Will you give you your school? Will you give you your help? Is it going to guarantee that the judiciary is going to be honest? Will it ask those questions? So that's why I'm asking. And then you tie that to the data. The people who are coming to, who are themselves up for governorship, great. As long as they are aware that they need to know the exact number. plan the infrastructure, the amount they will have for infrastructure, and so on. And the benefit of that is that when the more you have information about the people, the more you can plan for them, and the more their lives are more secure, and their rights guaranteed. These are all interlinked, and we need to make sure that we are telling our people, we are talking about. I don't when we say that I want people to just get. This is not. Let's not. Let's make sure that we spread the word. Make our people aware. We have a job to do. Anybody that's got any friends in Nigeria, diaspora, please tell them, send them the on the WhatsApp, put it on them. Whatever, share it. Then see this. Then get to start asking. Like I said, I want to start seeing Nigerians reading the Constitution on the buses, on the motorway, on the transport. Start reading it. Start talking about themselves. When they go to parties, they talk about Constitution. When they go to church, when they finish the church, they start talking about the Constitution. Before they go to church, they read about the Constitution. When they're going on that road that is bad, they should even read that Constitution because they know, okay, the road is bad. The government is the right of the government. The government should be guiding this road. Why are they not? And why is the churches who are asking me to church every Sunday, despite the bad road, despite the fact that you take 2 hours to get to church and 2 hours to get back home, they're asking me to come to church to donate money. When that money, that money invested in fixing the roads to make it easier to go back and forth. If I could be invested in light to make sure I have light so that my kids can read and study to their homework at school in the night when they come home from school. It can be okay so that when the slide, the safety, no one will be afraid of robbers coming to us. These are the kind of things we should be asking. Our government has failed for 57 years. Let's be honest. It's failed. And we need to address that and to be honest with ourselves about it. I really thank you, Davidson, for bringing on the key point that you raised about data. I want Nigerians to have that again as an added tool. Think of it as an added tool that we need to arm. So when we they're saying, oh, this, that. You could just ask them, okay, governorship aspirant, you say you're going to do this. Do you have numbers of the people in the state, or do you have numbers?
Yeah, especially those AY. Sorry for cutting you. Those aspirants who are coming with a lot of promises, they need to understand. They need to understand that this. I mean, as much as we want new faces, okay, we want youthful leaders for this revolution, but they need to understand that we have a collective vision, and that vision is getting for ourselves a nation that works. If they cannot understand that ideology, then they should step aside. So they need to understand that all Nigerians want, all we clamor for. The reason for Biafra is because we have a failed nation. The reason for harassment is because we have a failed nation. The reason for Boko Haram is because we have a failed nation. So they need to understand that as they are coming to the table, see, we need a workable plan. We need a doable plan. And when they come to the table, they must come with a fundamental solution. Okay?
Yes.
See, road construction is not the primary solution we need in Nigeria. Electricity is not the primary solution we need in Nigeria. It's one of those solutions we need. It's one of those important things that will change our lives. But guess what? What is the benefit of constructing a 50,000 megawatt of electricity and the entire population of those who are working in that power plant, they are ghost workers? What is the benefit?
Yes.
What's the benefit? What's the benefit of going into a road construction of, at the end of the day, the government is going to spend more than 100% of allocation, more than 100% of the actual amount that is meant for that project. And that project will end up getting into the hands of the Asians, of foreign so-called illiterate expatriates. So what is the benefit What's the benefit of all of that? And these problems come in place because we don't have a system. These problems are existing because we don't have a functional system. See, I said the other time, I said, why would you think Ambode would talk of planting 100,000 CCTV cameras in Lagos? Even if it catches, even if it's going to waste that money, it's going to waste millions of our money, millions of taxpayers' money. And if it catches that thief, if it catches that terrorist with his camera, will he be able to identify that person? Can you identify a criminal in the among the population in Oyingbo Market?
Yes,
can you identify a criminal among the population in Teju Osho? Can you identify a criminal in the heart of Lagos Island just by the face when you do not have a biometric account of the person in your record, in your database? So let us stop fooling ourselves. Why do we continue to put our secondary solution into our primary problems? Why? Why do we continue to do that? We need all these amenities, fine, but these things are our secondary solutions to our primary problems, and that is why they keep scamming us all the time. So our primary solution to our primary problem is to create a system for us. Give us a system. Give us a system that works. When we have a system that works, then build all whatever you want to build on top of that system.
Very true. I agree with you.
And if you can do that, sorry, AY, if you can do that, all our leaders, be you in any party, it does not matter what political party you belong. If you can give a functional system to us, at the end of the day, you will realize that even when political parties come up, they will come with ideologies that suit our national development. They will not come with separate ideology. They will come with a collective. It will not matter what political party you belong, and at the end of the day, it will not matter what aspirant or who is where. It will not matter. Then Nigerians will begin to listen to leaders of great minds when they want to contest for election, when they want to contest for positions, and also when we have a system that works, it will not actually matter, like I said, your political party, enough that when you get there, when the next dispensation gets there, they will not just throw away all projects. We have too many abandoned projects. We have too many abandoned projects just because we don't have a system that can continue development. We don't have a system that can actually carry on, irrespective of your political party. You should be able to continue development plans. There should be a collective development goal, and all these things are like this because we don't have a system, because we don't have a functional system. So therefore, and if we talk about system, for those who are listening to us, and for those who are still going to watch this video later on, when we talk about functional system, we talk about database system. You cannot talk about the functional system without talking about database system. And if your manifestos are beautiful, again, like I said, all aspirants, but direct your manifestos towards the channel of creating for us a functional system. A functional system is the permanent solution that we need to build our nation upon.
No, listen, Davidson, I understand. I love your passion right there. The stuff that really got me is the fact of abandoned projects. That just says it all. The fact that all over Nigeria, look at the Ajaokuta Steel project. It's a complete mess. Billions have been wasted. Abandoned project. Look at the fact that Obasanjo was supposed to spend 16 billion on electricity for Nigeria. Abandoned project. There's so many things that we could go on. We could list in many areas. We could list so many failed projects. Rail, electricity, light, water. I mean, there are many water towers are supposed to be built. Many of them, the pipes. I know places in Ogun State. There are pipes that are big man-sized pipes that are just that things that the trees have grown around them. That is how bad our policy of planning is about. So these are real issues that we as Nigerians need to get involved with, and we start by doing what? We get our people. Hashtag first starting point.
Yes, yes. Go get your PVC.
Get there. With the community, if they're putting queues, we make sure we form a group of 20. Every 2 hours, 2 people are serving the people on the queue with water and food. We provide toilets so that people can use and they don't miss their turn in the queue. We do that. We download the Constitution. We start reading the Constitution on the buses, in the downfall, in the motorway, in the big buses, in the churches, in the mosques, in the Babalawo, wherever. Read it. Read that Constitution, understand it, and translate it to our Yoruba language, our Igbo language, our Hausa language, our translate it. So we all understand. So nobody will come from the Senate and come to a village and try and cover their eyes with 2,000 naira. Because when the by the time the person has read the Constitution and understand, hang on, you're giving me 2,000 naira for what? I want my road and you're giving me 2,000 naira. This is nonsense. Go away. Straight away. In fact, they will test out. So this is the thing. These are what I'm asking Nigerians to do. I just wanted to. I'm really grateful that you joined, Davidson. I've got to be heading off. I have an interview with Heritage TV this evening. I'll share the link at 7 o'clock. So I've got to go and prepare myself this evening. But I will put the link on this page afterwards so people can follow me live. It's
yes, and last thing, AY, please, whoever needs a copy of that book is for free. We are not selling it. I'm not selling my book. It's for free. Yes. Whoever needs a copy of that content, so that we can all have a knowledge of what a nation that works should look like. So it's for free. AY, please make it available to all of them, to whoever contacts you for it, and those who get it from it. See if they need more explanation. See, the content of that book is just an excerpt. It's just an excerpt of what the ideology of nation building is. If you need more explanations about it, contact me. I'm open to explanations. I can tell you more about it. I can detail you about it. Please give anybody the book. Anybody that asks you about the book, give it to them. Let them read it. Let them get it right. Let them understand what nation building is about. Go ahead, please.
Do you want me to give them what you sent to me?
Yes. Give it to them. Give them what I sent to you. Make it available to all of them, to all Nigerians, as many as you can give. It is for free. It is for free. We are not selling it. This is a revolution. Revolution is for free. Revolution, the only thing you have to bring to revolution is that your mindset of revolution? Is that your spirit of revolution? Is the readiness to understand that there's no going back? We are taking our nation. We are taking our nation. And 2019 is that platform of decision for us. If you are still sleeping as a Nigerian, either old or young, and if you are still sleeping, particularly as a youth, then you're on your own. Because this time around, enough is enough. Enough is enough. We want a nation that works. And the content of that book, again, everybody should go through it. Everybody should study it. Don't just read it. Study it and fill in the gap yourself. Fill in the gap yourself. You will understand that these guys have been scamming us since 1959. Before independence, they have been scamming us with a lot of with so much budget going back and forth. They have been scamming us. How can you provide? How can you provide for your household when you don't know if the members of your household are males, females, tall, short, big, small? How can you provide for them? How? Our leaders don't know us. How can they provide for us? What is the meaning of this budget they do in trillions, in billions, when they don't even know who we are? For crying out loud, please. Make that book available for everybody. The excerpt I sent to you, make it available for everybody, especially the aspirants, whoever among them. See, my phone is open, my contact is open, my email is open, whatever you can use to contact me. My Facebook platform is very open. Contact me, ask for explanations. If you are not clear about it, ask for explanations. Don't just jump into your own conclusion of how you think it should be. Ask for explanation. This is the product of a research for over 10 years. So ask for explanations. Thank you, Juan.
Oh, listen, thank you so much for joining us. I will talk to you later on. And please, before you go, please, if you can, post the link. You can attach the book on here as well. I will do it later on because I need to go and I've got to go source it and I'll add it. But if you have it, please put it on this page as well, so people can relate to it, and I will try to do the same thing. But I thank you so much for your very valuable contribution today. So I am just, but we will talk later on. I'll talk to you later. Thanks now.
All right. Thank you.
Senatorial, rep, House of Assembly, that they need to be aware of the data. The data that is a very vital part of this equation. And they mustn't ignore it. They need to not run away from it, but address it. And also, it has impact on our 4-year cyclical government. Because if we can have accurate data, we can then we can build on that. We can build. We will not have so much abandoned subjects and abandoned projects that has been happening. One government will come in, oh, that's nonsense, I'm going to start my own. No, we are trying to build a nation. We start off from where the last person left off. That's what we do. And again, all of us now, we need to get involved in our governance. So we start off with the APC and with the PVC. No, we do not want APC or PDP. None of them. We start with our PVC, Operation PVC, Operation PVC. Hashtag Operation PVC. Hashtag Operation PVC. It's on here. Please share that as hashtag. Talk to your friends about it. We need our people to keep getting their PVC. Out of every 10 of your friends, make sure 8 of them have got their PVC. Out of every 20, make sure 18 of them have got their PVC. Out of every 1,000, make sure 800 of them have got their PVC. That's what it's about. And we work together in the community. If the government is deliberately trying to slow up the process of people applying for the PVC, let's form groups in our communities where they're getting the PVCs from and start helping. 2 hours shift. 20 people, 2-hour shift. People who are on that line, give them refreshments, give them water, because they're trying to do a service for the nation. That's how we need to see this Operation PVC. It's a service to our nation, not only to our nation, to ourselves. Because when we now get the infrastructure, we get the healthcare, all of us will benefit from it. All of us. And also, download the Constitution. It's on here. I will pin it. I've pinned it before. I pinned it on this page earlier on. And download it. You will see it. I will try and post it again. And it's on top of the page as well. Download it. Share it among your friends. Get them to read it. I want people to be reading this thing on the motorway, on the downfall, on the buses, on the trains, in India executive cars, all of them. Let's all read it. Let's all know what our Constitution says. Instead of reading the Bible will not give you the infrastructure. It will not give you a way for you to go and ask your government about the infrastructure. But if you read your Constitution, you will know that it is mandated in the Constitution that the government should provide the infrastructure. That's their job. So when you read that Constitution and you start reading among yourselves, if out of 198 million Nigerians that are in Nigeria now, if just 100 million read that Constitution alone right now, if they start reading it, you know what happens? People know their rights. And we start making jingles on TV about the Constitution. Let's start making jingles on the TV, on the radio stations, all over. Let's start demanding we want jingles. Have you downloaded the Constitution? Have you got your PVC? It should go hand in hand. Those two should go hand in hand. When they go hand in hand and you hear it day and night, even if you're in the village, you hear that. You have no choice but to take it on. You go and get your PVC. You work together, get the PVC, download the Constitution. If you can have it in local languages, great. So that people can start reading and knowing their rights. If you don't know your right, you can't fight for it. If you don't know your right, you can't fight for it. If you don't know your rights, you can't fight for it. So download the Constitution and put it on your phone. Share it with your friends. Share it with your neighbors. Share it even with your enemies. Because you see, what you perceive as enemies, Nigerians are so desperate to survive. It's a dog-eat-dog world. But people who are, you watch, the minute we have infrastructure, the minute we have all of the safety, security, you will see a sea of change in our society. You will see a sea of goodness, kindness, all of that stuff. Because it will happen naturally, because the fact that the infrastructure is there, people have the opportunity to grow in the economy, the platform is there for them to build their businesses, all of this stuff will grow. So this What I'm saying is not rocket science. It is not rocket science. It's doable, and we can do it, and we can achieve it. But it's only if we work together. And we work together by sharing key information like this. Key information. Information is a very powerful tool. If you keep it out from the people that need to know, you can keep them blind forever. But if you share that information with them, you can open their eyes and they can grow. Grow beyond what was thought possible. This is what the Nigerian constitution is. People are so... If you notice, have you noticed how easy it is for you to get the Bible or the Quran? Have you noticed how easy it is? Have you noticed how simple you can... Oh, Quran, Bible, sourced. It's printed. But somebody somewhere is making money on top of that. But have you noticed how difficult it is to get the constitution? Have you noticed that it's almost never discussed? All these people, they talk to you, they promise you everything, but they never talk about the constitution. Why? Why? Have you ever thought to ask why? They don't want you to have that information because you can use that information to challenge them to do what they were mandated to do when they were voted in. So Nigerians, I am in closing, I'm asking you all, please, let's wise up. Let's wise up. Let's really, Smart, I was trying to argue Smart, but it's not going to let me. I've spoken to David earlier on. I'm not sure if Richard Don wants to. I'll add Richard. If you want to Richard, you can. I've got a few minutes. I want to, like 4 or 5 minutes. We can just say a few things before we close. Smart, if I can add you, I will. But I don't think the system is letting me add you at the minute. So, and I'm not so sure Rich Don Daniel is allowing me to do that. Let's have a look. It's not letting me do it. Let me try. I'll try Smart again. I can't add him. I can't add you for some reason. Smart. I can't add you. I can't. I'd like to add you because you have a valuable contribution to make as well. But listen, in closing, Operation PVC. Download the Constitution on this phone. Start reading it. Instead of going to read the Bible and Quran and all of this stuff, read the Constitution. Talk about the Constitution. You get up in the morning, read something about the Constitution. Read a page a day. Read a page a day. Understand what the Constitution is about. Because that is what you are being governed by. And if you understand what you're being governed by, you can ask questions. The people who are in power now, the APC, PDP, are looters, and they are banking on you not knowing your rights, so they can use that to blind you. And that's why they're asking you to pray. They're asking you to pray as a Quran, to use the Quran and use the Bible. And then they're getting the Christians, and they're getting the Muslims to fight the Christians, to keep us apart, to keep us divided. Yeah? So, listen, that's fine, Rich. I understand. I fully understand you. You don't have to. So, Nigerians, I'm just going to say to you all, I'm about to head off now. I have a 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock interview with Heritage TV tonight, and I will post the link on here. So if you want to join me on there, about an hour, the nation decides about the Nigerian nation, and we'll be talking about that. As you can see, I'm passionate about my country, and I'll be on there. I'll post the link onto my page when it goes on, and onto my own main page as well, so that you can join me and join the conversation there. But in closing, I just want to say thank you all very much. It's been a very engaging and interesting discussion, and thanks to Eric as well. As I said, I've pinned Eric's GoFundMe on his on the page here. Please, if you can donate anything to support the governorship aspirant for Lagos State, that would be great. And they all need our help. So what they need our help, the GoFundMe that he's got in Lagos and in Nigeria and in Lagos, let's try and support him as much as we can. The people, Governor Aremo, this one, yeah, he's got a link. I think I'll be having him either on Thursday or maybe next week, one of the two. I will be bringing him on. Right, okay. Hello, I do apologize for all that earlier on. I was trying to connect. Yes, I'm going to add you right now. Shh, please. Right, okay, here we go. Good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm hoping to add the president right now, speak right now. There's a little change, so ladies and gentlemen, hopefully, I'm hoping I can add President Omoyele Sowore right now on the page. So just bear with me. I'm adding him. I'm hoping it will work.
It's, you know, internet can be a bit funny, and he's driving, so it can be a bit difficult. But he's been watching, has been saying hello, and I didn't understand before. I've just seen him say hello just now. So I'm gonna just pin that anyway, so you can see that. 1 second, please. I'm hoping.
Oh, okay, it's gone off. The network is weak, so I'm gonna try and add him again. Hopefully, he will join us. I'm hoping he will join us. The network is weak. Hang on a minute. I'm trying. I was just about to go now, and he just got him a message now. Let me just. I'm trying to do that. Yes, I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to add you, but I can't see you on the screen, Mr. President. 1 second, please. Let me just. I'm trying to see. I will try again. We'll try. I will give this a try. We'll give this a real go. I'm hoping that it will work. Now that I'm just give me a minute. I'm hoping that I can actually. 1 second. Let me just see. This is it's a network issue. But ladies and gentlemen, just bear with me. I will invite you. I can't see you. I am inviting you. I am inviting you, Mr. President. Let me just go here. Right. Okay, hold on, Mr. President. Let me see if it works. I can see you on the screen, but it's not letting me add you. And that's frustrating. That's so frustrating. If it comes to it, I might have to go and do this. Ladies and gentlemen, you might have to follow me on my own personal page if it comes to it. Because I want this is an opportunity that you could have an opportunity to ask the president a question here. Just bear with me. If I have to go, I will come straight back because I'm trying to see if that will add. So bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, bear with me. I will try one more time. It's not letting me do it for some reason. I'm going to have to go and come back. I will go and come back. Give me a minute. I'll be back in a minute.